Well, there's this Saturday afternoon and one more Saturday afternoon for hunting season to be done with in the state of Alabama. The rut is at its highest. So hey, it's Will with All American Adventures. I'm putting my battery on the charger. I'm in the middle of a hunt. I call it spying on Dad, but there's my dad's truck right there. Hi, I'm Will and welcome to another All American Adventure. Today we watch Dad hunt. I call it spying on Dad. We see some bucks fighting. We see a big old high fence deer, and Dad harvest a wonderful Alabama 6-point. It's fun to do things with my dad, and I hope you enjoy watching. This is All American Adventures. Please like and subscribe. Look at that buck. I call it spying on Dad, but there's my dad's truck right there. And my dad is right down here in this shooting house. You can see him right down there. And then he's overlooking that food plot that's out there. And I'm flying my drone and watching. I call it spying on Dad. That drone is a thermal drone with a thermal camera on it and also a zoom camera so that I can see what you can't see with a normal camera. It is amazing capability. And then you can zoom in on it and see what you want to see. So we just found our two biggest bucks that are left on the property that we know of, what we call the Week 8 and the Cottonfield 8. And I just watched them fight. And they're on the other side of the property. I'm gonna take off with another battery and we'll watch the rest of the hunt. I hope y'all enjoy the show. It's 2 February afternoon. You gonna go sit at 7? You gonna shoot anything?
I don't know. Nice book comes along, I might.
Yeah?
But that's about it.
I hear you.
What do you think?
Hey, whatever. It's about the hunting, not the killing. I can fly all over to the different areas and see what everybody else can't see. So I kind of call it spying on Dad. I'm not transmitting him for any information. I'm not telling him anything. So let's see what we see this afternoon. I've gotten in my truck and we're gonna power the drone up and take it off.
Taking off.
As it takes off, you can see the shoot house that Dad's in, and you can see me switch over to IR, and there's a link zoom that I enable between the the zoom camera and the IR camera, and that allows me to zoom. Now let's fly over and just see what we happen to see. I'll speed this up and let's check it out till we see the first little deer or something. As I fly west along our north property line, I find our first deer. You can see how brightly they show up in the sunshine, even in the full sunshine. If you get it at just the right angle, you can definitely find the deer and see them as they are, you know, just lounging around. You can see 3 deer there very clearly. So here's how that fight ends. I've got the withered 8 on the left and the cottonfield 8 on the right. And the withered 8 was chasing a doe when I first found them. And then they kind of bumped into the cottonfield 8. So the cottonfield 8 seems to be challenging the withered 8 for the position with the doe. And when it's all over and done with, you can see that the cottonfield 8 backs away, and he moves on to bigger and better things. And as we watch further, we watch the withered 8 go on and continue to follow the doe, push the other spike out of the way, and continue on his love life. The cottonfield 8 was left all alone and off to search for love again, all by himself. Here we have the spike that's just sniffing around right behind him, trying to figure out what's all going on here. Notice he's a non-issue in this, but he is definitely watching, enjoying what's going on. I just want to show you this buck right here. Look where he's laying, right on the edge. They love the edges, boy. They love it. Next, let me show you how these deer use these inside corners. Look at them all stacked up, coming out of this inside corner. Here's a deer we call Left Uno. We think he got hit by a car and his left rear leg is injured. And so he doesn't get around much. For a while we were wondering if he was going to make it through the season, if the coyotes was going to get him. But here he is, and he's just standing up for the afternoon, and he's beginning to get him a little bit of food. Now we have an interesting scene. We have a little buck coming up. He's smelling something really good. And what he's going to find is a hot doe. And then he's also going to find a big old buck. And that big old buck ain't going to like him around, not at all. Okay, so here I find a big buck right next to a hot doe that is almost hidden. And then two little bucks that are waiting in the wings. Watch what happens. After the big buck runs the Challenger off, he comes over and gets him a little bit of water to drink out of the stream there. Look what shows up on the other side of the fence. This deer sees a spike, and the spike seems to be encroaching on his love life, and so we get to watch. So check it out. It starts out pretty calm, but it gets intense here for a second. So not far away was Left Uno. I come over here to check him out.
I just heard a big pow.
Whoa, looks like Dad has shot a deer. I fly over here as fast as I can, and I get over here just in time to see it struggling and scrambling to get out of the food plot. So I fly over, look for it with my thermal drone to see how far it went. By the looks of it, it didn't think it'd go too far, and sure enough, here it is, right off the edge of the side of the food plot. Big buck down. Alabama 6-point. You about scared me.
Huh?
Said you about scared me.
About scared you?
Yeah. I heard boom. I'm like, whoa, what in the world?
How far did you go?
Oh no, right, just nowhere. What'd you shoot?
It looks like a 4 or 6.
Oh really?
Yeah.
All right.
He came walking out there, and I'm like, you don't know it, but you're gonna be dead. in a
Oh
second."
wow. He yeah. So by the time I got over there, he was getting back up and running back into the woods. He ain't nowhere over there.
So
He ain't nowhere.
let's go load him up.
All right. I was sitting there in the truck, and you know, just chilled. I didn't think you had anything anywhere around you really, and all of a sudden it was like boom, and I'm like woo, woo, and I come flying back over here as fast as I could, just enough to see that deer start scooting like you were talking about and head out of the country. He didn't go far.
Well, I figured I'd give you something to film the recovery of.
You gonna try to go through that puddle down there?
I go around it.
Okay, all right.
Oh heck!
All right, back it up. All right. Okay, so basically, yeah, that's fine.
I might have been better off going through the water there.
Here, look at all this blood right there.
Huh?
Blood, 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 blood. Blood, blood. There he is. Look at that.
Sticker up the waves there. That's not that big four.
That's it. This is another one of them fours that's been around. Right here. We used the winch and got the truck unstuck and made it home after another successful hunt. I hope you enjoyed another all-American adventure. Thanks so much for watching All-American Adventures, where Dad and I just try to go out and explore and do things together. Today, we harvested a 6-point Alabama buck as part of our efforts to enjoy the outdoors with one another. Please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.